Hi friends, Gunesh here. Today I will be showing you how to work with GDevelop, an open source game creating app where you can create 2D games and also 3D games. So it's really easy and lightweight to create games in here. You can also play games here. So today I will be teaching you how to create a simple 2D game in GDevelop. We will also be learning how to create 3D games later on uh, in another video. So to start creating a new game, go to the Create tab, click on Create New Game. Here are a lot of platforms we can start from for starters, but today we will be starting from an empty project, from scratch. So choose the default one of the size of our game, the desktop and mobile landscape. You can name your project whatever you want. I'll just call it Platformer now. And click Create New Game. So here we will see our scene and the event sheet. So here can add our characters and their behaviors and other stuff. So to add a character, click on Add Object. So here we can either get one from the asset store or we can get one from scratch. So here I will be starting from scratch and I'll choose a sprite. A sprite is basically a character. You can name your character whatever you want. I'll just call mine character. So here we will import images from our computer of our character. So here, as you can see, is all the animations of my character. You can also add animated characters and normal characters. So to make our animation to work, we'll toggle on loop, and we can also preview how our animation goes. If we click preview, as you can see, it's too fast. So let's decrease the speed to something normal. So let's replay. So this looks good. Click OK and click Apply. So now we have created our first character. Drag it here into the scene. Let's decrease the size. I'll tell you later why I decreased the size so little. So now if we preview the game, all we can see is the animation of the character because we haven't added anything to it. No behaviors and nothing. So let's first add a behavior to our character so that we can use the arrow keys and the spacebar to move our character. Double click it, go to behaviors, click add a behavior, and choose the platformer character. So here it adds all the behavior to move with the arrow keys and the spacebar. I can also change the speed, but I'll keep it as it is and just click apply. So now if I preview the game, our character just falls off the scene because it has nothing to stand on, and since we have added a behavior, it can fall off the scene. So now let's add a platform so our character can stand on it. Click the plus sign here. This to add a platform, click on tile sprite. Here I'll call it dirt block. And I'll choose a file again from my device. So now if we want our dirt block to actually act as a platform in behaviors, we will have to add a behavior, the platform behavior. There are also other things like jump through platform and ladder. I'll show you what those are later in the game. So when we click apply, let's drag this into our scene. So unlike sprites, in GDevelop, sprites, when we want to increase the size, they scale in size. But when it's a platform, instead it duplicates itself. So it's way easier creating levels like this. So I'll just increase this, duplicate it a few times, and when I preview the game, our character falls onto our platform and it can freely move on it. Okay, so now let's also make a zoom into our camera because as you can see when we previewed the game, our character and platform is all too small. We wanted to zoom in a bit so we can see it more clearly. For that, go to the event sheet, click on add an event, add a condition. So just type in here scene, and we will choose at the beginning of the scene. Click OK. At the beginning of the scene, add an action. At the beginning of the scene, we wanted to zoom in, so we will call it camera zoom. Just the first one you see here. I think 2 times is better. Click OK. So basically in GDevelop is way easier coding. You don't need to learn a coding language. So basically what happens here is at the beginning of the scene when we click preview, the camera zooms in by 2. So when we preview our game, as you can see, we can see our character and the platform way more clearly because we zoomed in. And also, we should also add a camera. So we also want the camera to follow our player. Because if I increase the size like this, and if we preview the game, if I move my character, it goes off the visibility of our camera. So we also want the camera to be able to follow our character. For that, open our character behaviors, add a new behavior, type in here smooth camera, the first one you see here. So I can also change the speed of it, but I'll save it as it is and click apply. So now if I preview the game, my character moves and the camera moves with it. So this is basically the start of our game. Now we can start building up our level. So I'll just make this quick. To duplicate a item here, you just have to hold Control and drag the item to duplicate it. So now I will also add an extra texture, a stone texture. So to duplicate this, you can either click Control D, the shortcut, to duplicate it, or just right click on it and click duplicate. So I'll just edit this. I'll just make a stone texture to it. And also, since I duplicated this, the behavior is also still there. That's why I don't have to manually add the behavior to my new texture here. Click apply, place this down here. And let's place our spawn point here. So let's preview the game for now. As you can see, it goes smoothly. The camera follows it, follows the player. So now what you will want to add to your game is something collectible in here. So also there I will now show you what is the other platforms there are, like the jump rope platform and the ladder. First I'll show you what is the jump rope platform. So I'll just duplicate this one. Let's go to its behaviors. I'll call this bridge. I'll also change this texture to this one, bridge logs. So now in the behaviors, in the platform behavior, just change it to jump rope platform and click apply. So now when I place this down here, and let's make a few copies of this around. So what a jump through platform is, basically if I preview the game, I can jump and go through the platform, but if I click the down button, I fall off the platform. So here I can jump up, and if I click down, I can drop off these platforms. So now we can continue building our level. So now we have added this. So now I'll also show you how we can add coins into our game. Because you will also want something collectible for our character, not just to stand there. So to add a gold coin, I'll firstly just duplicate this. I'll just add a new sprite. So I have an image of a gold coin here. And just click apply without behaviors. So now I'll just place this gold coin around the map. For us to collect. But as you can see, if I preview the game right now, I can't collect the coin. It's basically a decoration here. So if we want to add, so our coin will be collectible, for that go to the event sheet and add a new event. Type in here collision, the first one you see here, the collision with our character with the object which is a gold coin. Well, I should have called it gold coin. And click OK. Let me just change the name. Click apply. So here it changed as well. So we add an action to delete the gold coin. Delete object gold coin. Click OK. So now what basically happens is if our character comes in collision with the gold coin, it will delete the gold coin. The mechanics are very simple here. So if I preview the game, as you can see, I can collect the gold coin easily. Let's go around the level and collect these gold coins. So now what we will also want to add to our game is the score, so that every time you collect the gold coins, your score goes up. So there's kind of a meaning to these coins. So to add that, first we will need to add the text score. To add text, just click the plus sign and add text. We can change the text to anything, so I'll call it score. I can change the size of my text. I'll make it 50. And the color, maybe let's change it to blue. I'll also enable bold, so it's better visible. Oh, and also this. So I also enable the shadow and outline, so our text is better visible. So now let's just apply. Click apply. So now I'll also change the name of it to score. Apply. So let's place this down here. But if I preview the game right now, as you can see, it should be on the left side of our screen. But instead it's just standing there like a decoration. Now, if we want to fix this so the score doesn't follow, just doesn't stay there like a decoration and doesn't go, we will have to add a layer to this. This should be a separate layer. To do that, click here, open layers panel, and click on add a layer. I'll call the layer UI, and in properties, change from base layer to UI. So now if I preview the game, The score isn't just a decoration there. It stays on the left side of my screen, and it does actually stay there. So now if we want to make so that every time we collect a coin, the score to go up, we will have to add a variable, turn this into a variable. For that, right click the screen, open scene properties, edit scene variables, click on add a variable. So here, instead of variable, we will change it to score. It will be a number variable, and we'll set it to 0. Click apply. So now in the place where we added character is in collision with gold coin, delete gold coin, down here, add an action, type in here variables, change variable value. So we will choose score. Well, it changes for some reason to score free. Set it to add every time and the value by 1. So every time we collect a coin, the value of score will go up by 1. But as you can see, if we preview the game, in the system, the gold coin, we do get 1 score, but that doesn't mean it does show here. It doesn't show on our screen. So to fix that, down here, add an action, click on this score text, and here I will change it to score. Add the parentheses and click add the plus sign. The plus sign just adds to the score sign. Type in here score, the variable score, and click OK. So now it will also change the text. So when I preview the game, and if I collect a coin, as you can see, our score went up by 1 every time we collect a coin. So let's collect all the coins, 4 coins. And as you can see here, I left a huge gap between these blocks, and it's impossible to reach these blocks. So the reason why I added a huge gap here is to show you how you can make a floating platform which goes back and forth, and your player can stand here and move with the platform. Add a moving platform. We will just duplicate the bridge platform here. Choose it, Ctrl D. So instead of bridge, this one will be called moving platform. So I'll also change the image here. This will be. Change this back to platform, and it won't be just a platform. We will add a new behavior, which it will be called rectangular movement. Choose this one. So here there are 2 options, the width and height. If I change the height to 0, that means our platform will move side to side instead of in a rectangular way. I can also change these settings, but I'll just save it. Click apply. So we'll place this down here. So now if we preview the game, let's go up there. Check it out. So as you can see, our platform is moving back and forth. Our character can stand on it and can move with the platform. We just have to change this, bring this a bit closer here. So when we preview the game, I just jump on this platform. So if we preview the game now, let's go check this thing out. So as you can see, the platform is moving. We can climb onto our platform and move with the platform. So just jump over here. So guys, this is the end of today's video. This is how to create a 2D game in GDevelop. I'll show you how to create a 3D game on my next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss my newest videos. See you in my next video. Bye.